Okay, hello everyone who stumbled upon this. So you might be wondering what this is about. So I decided that I want to design my own magic set, just to get a feel for how it works, to get an idea how difficult it is. Obviously, since I'm doing this alone, I can't do this to the same extent as a team of people who have a lot of experience in this, have been doing this for a long time. Also, I won't be, as I'm doing this alone, I won't be able to test anything, especially under current circumstances where I generally can't just meet up with other players. Anyhow, so another question you might have at this point: why am I sharing the Wikipedia page of Charles Fort? So turns out Charles Fort isn't as widely known as I thought. And apparently not many people are even working on this page since this has been around since 2008, and this has been around since 2014. So 8 years and whatever that is, 13 years, 4 months or whatever. But okay, Charles Fort was this weird guy who came up with ideas which are known now as often as Fortean. So just basically just weird stuff. And why I wanted to show you this page was that the set I'm going to be working on is going to be about this world, which is based on an idea set forth by Charles Fort, which he called what's it called? Here, yeah, Super Sargasso Sea. So Sargasso Sea is a place in Atlantic Ocean, which is not like what seas are in general, like bounded by land masses, at least from one side, or bounded by land masses from some at least in partly. Sargasso Sea isn't nothing like that. It's just in the ocean, and it's bounded by like the Gulf Stream on one side, and just I don't remember the exact names of the areas, but other parts of the Atlantic on the other side. And because it's bounded by these streams, a lot of stuff ends up in there. So the Super Sargasso Sea is this idea of a world where things end up. Like I guess the best example of this in current popular culture is Sakaar in Marvel Comics, which was, I think it's from the comics. I'm pretty sure it's from the comics, but or probably pretty well known right now from Thor Ragnarok. There's probably plenty of examples of this, because Ford has inspired a lot of different writers over the years, even if he apparently isn't very well known anymore. But I guess Douglas Adams had also this world where socks end up, and so forth. So I thought that my world, into which my set, where my set is set, where my set happens, which isn't going to be linked to any other set. So I'm going to try to make it draftable in case someone actually wants to draft it, wants to print it out and do whatever is needed to draft it. Maybe I'll do it myself at some point. But anyway, yeah. So the point is that, well, this is a world, like one plane in the multiverse, where when things end up in blind eternities, they end up here. like the blind eternities, we don't know much about it, but we know that it has like these weird systems which the Eldrazi Titans represented. Well, two of them are dead, and one of them is stuck in the moon on Innistrad. But Yugin believed that they have some special functionality in the blind universes. So the blind universities has its own systems which keep it going, whatever that means. We don't actually know. But okay, so I thought maybe one of these systems is that it has this place where things end up. Usually when something disrupts the blind eternities, meaning the Eldrazi Titans or planeswalkers doing something, like maybe certain exile effects might push things into the blind eternities, and if that happens, they end up here. Or maybe Yulamog eats something specific, or Godzilect disrupts something in reality, and these end up in these things. Not all of them, but some of them might end up in blind eternities, and they will end up in this specific world. So that's my basis. That's my top-down idea. Okay, so what does that mean for the world? I think the world is going to be like post-apocalyptic, or looks like that. I think it's going to look like a Mad Max world, where you have these specific ideas that specific things that might come from a specific world, but over time, maybe there's some like buildings or whatever that have architecture from a specific world, or if something bigger has ended up there or whatever. But mostly it's you pick up pieces of whatever you need, whatever you can carry. And so that's why the clothes are going to be ragged, whatever tools they have, they're like collection of stuff from wherever and so forth. And well, there's a lot of people of different races, or I guess different species, if we don't use the Dungeons and Dragons nomenclature, different species, probably mostly humans, but I do like goblins, so there will probably be goblins also, and whatever else I can put in there. So okay, what are these people doing there? I'm thinking we have, on the more positive heroic side, we have people who are trying to explore this world, trying to understand it, and maybe try to cultivate crops or whatever, build their own society there. And also we'll have a group that's going to try to who's trying to research this place, try to understand how they possibly could get back. Probably a feat they can never do, but whatever. But I'll also have this more of a, because obviously I'm not, since I'm doing this for fun, and only for my own purposes, I'm not limited by the usual PG-13 limitations they have mostly. Although I guess they somewhat break that in certain, like Innistrad sets, like Meathook Massacre doesn't really look like something from PG-13 movie, but whatever. I don't have to, so I can make this a little bit like Magic the Gathering at night, although I'm not gonna. I'm not going to do like adult content, obviously, but I can go a bit darker. So because of this, I'll have like religious groups, people who have very concretely lost their faith, because obviously, I'm saying obviously way too much, but their gods are tied to the planes where they are from. So they have been forsaken by their gods, or they feel they have been forsaken by their gods, and they they take very different approaches to this. So they try to understand this in different ways. So I'm going to have a group who are into flagellancy and like basically like mad prophets in the wandering in the deserts and trying to proclaim that, well, the end of the world has happened. Not that the end is near, because obviously for them the end actually has happened. And also they might believe that they are in some sort of purgatory. So in order to get out of that purgatory, they need to punish themselves. So that's where the flagellancy comes in. But also there's this other group who have built their own hierarchy, and they're trying to, well, obviously they have different kinds of hierarchies in the different worlds where they come from, but they're trying to come up with their own systems and own organization. And part of that organization is that they want to they feel that they need to do something drastic, different kind of drastic maneuvers to get back in good graces with their gods. So what they're doing is they're making human sacrifices. And there's also, since this meat is very valuable to them, so there's also cannibalism. The higher ups in this hierarchy are basically using the people below them simply for, well, sustenance. Even if there is this, at least the messaging is that these people who are often volunteers who are being sacrificed, that they have an important duty to get sacrificed. Well, because in this way they are serving whatever gods they believe they are serving. I do believe that they will have like quite generic gods, so some sort of sun god probably, because most worlds will have some sort of sun god. Although I guess Amonkhet doesn't have one. But anyway, and then we'll have a group of people who are trying to stop this. They don't want their world to be governed by this weird, well, this weird religion. So they are trying to sabotage its functions and, well, do whatever they can to break it up. Okay, so that's my basic idea currently for this world. And, well, I can draw, but not very well. So we'll see if I can get some concept art going, or maybe I don't know. Maybe I'll gather some concept art somewhere. What I will say right now, that the artist I'm listening to while I'm going to be working on this, actually listening to right now, even though you can't hear it, is called Lingua Ignota. She is an opera singer who makes like sort of heavy metal fusion fused with her opera skills. And, well, it's just the sort of music when you have no hope anymore. That's the sort of music that well, communicates that. So instead of trying to do everything right now, like I've done previously, I'm going to break this up into smaller pieces. So what I'm going to do next time is, I am going to make a skeleton of the common cards I want in this set. And how I'm going to do it is I'm going to use some fairly recent set as a template, and well, I'm going to strip it down to the ideas behind the cards and what they represent in that set, like from a game point of view, and then I'll try. I'm going to still stay on like top down. I'm not going to go into mechanics yet. I'm just going to be listing ideas. I don't know if I'm going to be able to list enough ideas for like a whole set in one video. So maybe I'll do it like one color at a time, which would mean starting with white. But anyway, thanks for listening. If you want to do the, CTA stuff, what am I supposed to say here? Subscribe, comment, like, dislike if you feel like it. Tell me in the comments that I'm stupid for even attempting something like this, whatever. And I'll probably try to get the next one out during the weekend. Actually, I have like over an hour right now, so I'll start working on the skeleton, and we'll see when I can get it done. Okay, well, thanks again, and until next time.